first of all, like what age should parents start teaching consent and how does it kind of differ at each age?
I think that really the best time to start introducing body safety, body autonomy, and consent is when you are doing the whole potty training with your children, because it's the perfect opportunity where they're able to understand your language, and they have started to develop language, so you can model consent. Where maybe if you're changing a diaper, you might say, "Okay, honey, I'm gonna help you with your I'm gonna change your diaper and I'm gonna help wipe you," and then model how a correct diaper change is done, like zip zip, you're clean, you're done, and move on. And then when they get to the potty training part of that, like saying, "If you need help, I'm here. Would you like help?" And like letting your kids have that opportunity to say, "Yes, I would like help," or "No, I can do it myself." And if they do, kids when they're 2 and 3, potty training can get messy, right? And a lot of kids do just want to do it themselves, so you have to give them a little space to have some mistakes and make a little mess here and there. But what's important is just providing that clarity that you are able to help if they need your help and if they want your help. And then the same thing can apply with like bath time. I used to give my kids privacy. Once they were like 3 or 4 years old, I would stay in the bathroom, because you would never obviously want to leave a young child in a bathtub alone. But I would sit on the side and close the shower curtain a little bit and talk to them as they were cleaning and taking care of their body. And if they ever needed help, I would always offer it. But being there and modeling that they're entitled to have privacy is a good way to start that as well, because kids from the age of 3 really need to understand that their body is theirs and that nobody has the right to touch it, hug it, kiss it, none of that without their consent.
Awesome. I love that kind of you show at each age there's like different ways, and starting younger is better because then if like all of a sudden you're like, oh no, this, like you need privacy, it's gonna be hard for them to like learn it or learn consent if they're not kind of learning it at a younger age as they kind of move
Right.
along.
The other thing that I think kids really pick up on too is with parents. So when you're in the house and you want to give your husband a hug, you don't obviously need consent to give your husband a hug, because if you're a hugger, right? But you can model that. You can say, "Hey, honey, can I have a hug?" And then have him say, "Yeah, sure. Thank you for asking." Just little things like that. Modeling the appropriate behavior also help.
Yeah, that's amazing because then, if they go to school and like a teacher just comes up and hugs them versus like, hey, do you like, can I give you a hug today? Or you see a lot of like videos now where teachers have different ways of like, okay, do you want a high five or do you want a fist bump
Yes.
or you just want to walk in? And I think that's definitely a move in the right direction.
Absolutely. I know exactly what you're talking about. There's one video of a teacher who's got like a little sign, and if the child hits the top, they get a hug. If it's the middle, they get like a fist bump. And if it's the bottom, they get like a happy dance. I love that. Just giving kids choices is so empowering.